Hey everyone, are you afraid to start dancing because you think you have two left feet? Well, we're here to tell you that you don't even need to know where your feet are going.
What? Is that right? These two professional ballroom dance teachers are going to tell you that there's no feet involved in learning how to dance?
That's right. We're going to give you two strategies in this video on how to dance together easily without even thinking about where your feet go.
Exactly. One tip for the gentlemen and one tip for the ladies. And these tips are based on our 15 years of experience as professional ballroom dance teachers who happen to be teaching a lot of steps, but not anymore. Not for you guys, because we want you guys to get onto the dance floor, have fun right away instead of getting bogged down with learning step patterns.
That's right. This strategy that we've taught so many couples have been so successful, and they always remark how fun it actually is and how stressless it is.
That's right. No steps, no stress. So before we get ourselves started, if you're enjoying our little funny banter, as well as all the information that you're getting in this channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification so that you guys know whenever Joel and Clara post a new video for you guys learning how to dance better.
So enough said, let's get started.
So tip number one is for us leads or guys. It has everything to do with understanding the momentum and the movement of our partner and not spilling the coffee. So leads, when I'm dancing with Clara or any other dance partner and I want to make it a little bit more interesting apart from our home base pattern and groove into the music, I need to create some space and make it very interesting for my partner. A space here, a space in this direction. Maybe I stop the space and change it back to where I started and keep it really versatile. All of that space changes and all of those space leads do not need specific steps within those actions.
I'm basically just walking back and forth, responding to the man's lead. So the man's lead has to be very clear to tell me where to go.
Exactly. Now, that lead is going to be transmitted through our hands and our arms from our body weight. I'm going to say that again. From our body weight through the arms and the hands and finally into our lovely partner. So what I'd like you guys to do is play around with this little bounce around game, And all we're going to do is almost kind of like a yo-yo. Leads, we're going to now push and then we're going to pull our partner towards each other. Push her away and then pull. And if you feel you need to use your feet to kind of just move and say go and then move in the other direction, that's totally fine. Or you can stay totally stationary and not move your feet and still have that same reaction.
But I'm still reacting off Joel's body and feeling the push backwards and the pull forwards. And again, with no prescribed steps.
Exactly.
I'm just walking in the direction he wants me to go to until I feel a lead to walk in the other direction.
As I'm doing this lead, it is so vitally important for me to continue to monitor what's happening with Clara's momentum. And this is where we can say there's good dancing or fun dancing and bad, or we'll just say uncomfortable dancing. If I am not aware of what's happening with Clara's momentum, it might look a little bit jerky and then a little bit not so fun for Clara. So I'm pushing and then I'm yanking her and then I'm yanking. And it feels kind of like an earthquake happening. And definitely she would be spilling her coffee.
Yes, if I was holding a mug of coffee, that coffee would be all over the floor by now.
It would be a big old mess.
So if you've ever sat in a car on a bumpy ride, you'll know that you kind of you move your hand as well to keep the coffee in the cup.
Exactly, we use our arms like big suspension actions or suspension in a car, And so again, as we're doing this little bounce around, we want to feel like we're bungee cords and we're soft springs, And again, it's because my body's going forwards and my body's going backwards. I don't want it just to be arms, Because that again gets too jerky.
For sure.
So if we now put this again into practice or into our dance, as I'm now dancing with Clara and we're doing our home base and then we're dancing around and I say, okay, Clara, boom, we're gonna go over here. Boom, we're gonna go maybe behind me. Boom, we're gonna catch her. I'm going to, again, feel the momentum and make sure that I am softly catching her and then bringing her back through. One of those things when we talk about the suspension is understanding the transition. And this is really key, is the transition from going in one direction to a new direction. The way that we need to make sure this happens is we slow down. There is a smooth transition, or we could call it an energy flow. Yeah, so as we do this again, there's that smoothness. I might catch Clara's smooth.
Yeah, I'm definitely not spilling the coffee here.
Exactly. So as you're playing around with this game, again, we're not thinking about feet, we're thinking about body, arms, hands. We're listening to our partner's momentum, where she's going from one side to the other, or maybe we're bouncing her back and forth in a smaller space, whatever it could be. But we need to make sure that we are smooth with the momentum flow, and we develop that through this little bounce action.
Before we go on to tip number 2, write down in the comments below what works best for you. Learning specific foot patterns to specific routine, or learning body weight connection and free-flowing movement.
And before we go also into tip number 2, stay to the end, because Claire and I are going to dance to a song and not use any foot patterns whatsoever. And you'll see what that looks like.
Tip number 2 is for the ladies. Keep going in the same direction until you're given new information. So ladies, as followers, or what I like to call responders, we want to follow the natural laws of momentum.
The laws of momentum, Claire?
I don't know, laws of inertia. Newton's law.
I thought this was a dance class.
Now it's a physics class.
Oh gosh, what did we get ourselves into?
If I remember from grade 12 physics, inertia is where a body moves in a certain direction with a force applied onto it until a new force acts upon it to either slow it down, speed it up, or change direction.
And who's that new force?
The original force and the new force is going to be Joel.
Yes, exactly.
So he's going to show us something here. Using his body weight to move me into a direction, I am going to continue in that direction until a new force acts upon me to change the direction.
Exactly. We talked a lot about that in tip number 1, which is our transition, our technique, and our awareness of not spilling the coffee.
Yes. But on the responder side, we need to have that in mind, continue to move in that direction until something new happens. We cannot anticipate the movement. So if I know that Joel's going to give me a separation and bring me back, I can't then think to myself, I'm going to walk 3 steps back, stop, and then wait for the pull for him to bring me back. Or, even worse, walk in myself. So let's see what that would look like.
Okay, so now we're thinking steps and not thinking communication.
Right. I'm going to step 3 steps back, stop there, and then come back forward. But as long as we come back to the focus of connection being the most important thing, and feeling that we're going to follow that momentum, then it all works out more naturally.
Exactly. So if we do this again and demonstrate, Clara's waiting.
Very slowly. Yeah. I'm waiting for some message from Joel.
Yeah, and maybe
some force applied to me.
Making her wait a little bit longer. Just testing her.
Waiting. There it is. There's the force. I'm going to go backwards until I feel some new information. I'm still going back. Oh, now I feel like there's a force pulling me towards him. And only then do I respond.
And as a lead, it feels so much better because there's connection and there is a direct response from our dance partner versus I'm now just letting her do her own thing and I'm not really part of this whole dance.
We're dancing together, but really unconnected.
Yeah, exactly. And it feels actually really disjointed. Even though a lot of people think we have to get our feet right so that we're together, it's actually quite the opposite. We have to be together and eventually, over time, later down the road, you can get your feet together if that's something that you really want to pursue.
But in fact, feet don't even really matter. Let's throw them all out.
Yep.
So when we do this separation, you'll see that I'm not counting my steps. He's just putting me in there, and I may finish with my feet slightly apart even before I am coming back. Yeah, I don't need to, I'm going to do it a different way, put my feet together and then wait for the signal. I'm just going to be walking like a natural person and stop wherever I feel that force pulling me back.
And for the lead, just in that demonstration, you notice that I didn't take any steps at all. I was still monitoring what Clara was doing, giving her the time and the space to transition. Hopefully she didn't spill the coffee, and we're still happy and connected dancing together.
That's right. And for the flip side, as Joel was mentioning with the suspension through the arms, ladies, we have to have the same. to avoid spilling the coffee. Yeah, if I keep my arms quite in the same position the whole time,
very rigid,
then it will be quite jerky.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Joel felt that.
Oosh.
Yeah, or too flexible.
Oh, come on.
Oh, okay, I'm just gonna
Go. Oh.
Yeah, so that would be too much. So there's a little sweet spot right there that really allows for that elasticity and that natural movement of momentum.
Exactly. And this is the same thing even when we're doing passing actions and multiple spins and turns. So if I'm now demonstrating with Clara and maybe we're going to do a passing underarm turn, she just keeps on going until now I catch her at the end and then bring her back. Yeah? I could be even more facetious and be like, okay, we'll pass. And she's just gonna keep on going until, whoa, and I go, bye, and then I catch, whoa, and then I decide to do that, yeah? So although possibly, well, actually there are dance moves like that, we can have fun doing these type of actions, I need to make sure that my partner will continue so then my plan that I'll catch her over there is actually going to happen versus her just stopping and being like, dude, you just let go of me. Now what do you want me to do? It's like, I wanted you to keep going.
Yeah, exactly. Or turns. How about doing a demonstration of a turn?
So here I'm doing an underarm turn. Boom, and I'm still getting
There's another one.
until I bring my hand down and say that's enough. There's that new piece of information.
And as a responder, if I can follow his lead, then it makes the dancing so much more fun and so much more natural. Because if he does want to lead into two turns, then I just go with it. If I already pre-planned, I think he's going to do one turn and I'm going to stop.
Uh-oh.
So here's what it would look like.
Here we go.
I'm just going to go into that turn
I'm
at
thinking
whatever
too-
speed I want, and I'm going to come and force my hand down because that's it. That's all I'm doing.
I'm like, please do a second. I guess she ain't doing a second one.
Now let's see the more, connected, more communication back and forth. I'm following whatever he does with the hand. Oh, he's still going. Oh, he's still going.
And then I finish
and
up.
then it came down, so I know that we're finishing.
Yeah, new piece of information, new action. Yeah, yeah. Ladies, you keep on going and doing whatever the last piece of information was until a new piece of information is provided.
Exactly. And who cares about the steps? I'm just following the energy or the momentum.
Exactly, and this is good for both slow music, fast music. It really does not matter as long as now we're together and we're connected, having a fun, active action on the dance floor, we're finding our goal. All right, we have our first song, which is a nice slow song. Our second song will be a faster song in just a moment. But Claire and I are gonna groove to this song, yeah? And we're not gonna worry about our feet.
Yeah. I'm waiting for a signal. There, I got it.
Yeah? And then now I'm grooving again with her, but as we're doing these actions, yeah, we are not thinking about our feet.
Nope. Just walking in the direction that Joel places me in and responding if he wants me to turn. Feels very easy, very natural.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not so worried about like, oh, where are my feet going? But I'm trying to keep it interesting for Clara.
And as long as I'm listening, the movements will flow because we're still following those laws of momentum. And so it's really easy to lead. It's easy to read, actually, I was going to say.
Exactly.
Lead and
And I could shuffle if I feel like I want to. Maybe I want to go more over here with Clara. Maybe I'm gonna pull her over and get her going over there for something a little bit different.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always good to change it up.
Yeah, but the most important thing is then that we are trying to connect through body actions, through connection of hands and arms, and not really focus so much on step patterns.
Yes, and that can only be done if ladies, followers, are in that response mode and not anticipating what's gonna happen.
All right, here's some faster, fun music. Yeah, we're gonna do the exact same time of dance.
Still waiting for the signals. Just moving a little faster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Body weight's traveling faster, but we're still following the same laws.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and again, I'm not thinking so much about what I'm doing with my feet. Yeah, especially when we're doing all of these kind of fun little things. Yeah.
not thinking about my feet. Just
Exactly.
walking. Very easy, very natural.
Exactly. And again, I'm being quite aware, even though things are much faster, that we are still very smooth. Yeah?
Yeah,
With
still
what's
got the
happening.
suspension going through the arm.
Exactly. Yep. Being aware of Clara's momentum and those transitions. And I could walk across if I want to, but I'm not worried about how many steps that I have to do or even what timing they're in.
That's
Yeah?
right. No steps, no stress.
Exactly. There you go, guys. You've seen Joel and Clara dance to 2 different types of songs, but not having to worry about foot patterns.
That's right, and that's what our students are loving about our program. We don't prescribe foot patterns, we just let them dance.
Exactly. It's a versatile way to get on the dance floor right away and have fun without any stress.
And you can dance to virtually any song out there with this method.
Exactly. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about this method, feel free to download this blueprint that we have, and the link is in the description below.
If you'd like to connect to us directly, you can book a call, and that information is also in the description below.
Direct to Joel and Clara, right to you guys.
If you enjoyed these tips today, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this one.
Exactly. Thanks very much again for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye!